friends, Diana Littlepage Meyer here to talk to you, as always, about how to capital trust in the Lord. And trust is almost exactly the same thing as faith. See, if you don't trust in the Lord, you won't have faith in the Lord. And it says in Hebrews, it's impossible to please God without faith. So you need to begin to trust like this, and so you can have faith in Him. That's what this is all about. And I want to remind you of this scripture. This is like my motivation for everything in life. And I want you to start to think about it too. I'm pretty sure this comes out of Romans. Sorry, I don't have the scripture reference. You could send that to me if you want. And it was in my journal a couple of days back, February 23rd. Each of us shall give account of himself, give an answer in reference to judgment to God. So I just said, think about it, think about it, think about it. So if you keep in mind all the time that everything you're doing or everything that you're not doing, so like if God tells you to do something and you just have this knowing in you that there's something that you're supposed to be doing. Yes, Leroy, it's a sad day when we don't obey the Lord, isn't it? You know, Leroy's on my bookmark, and that's him getting in videos. Anyway, I just really love Kenneth Copeland Ministries, and I want to tell you something that he says here in one of his promos. He says, no person who lives by faith has to change his or her lifestyle because of the times. And think about it. The scripture says that God is immutable. What does that mean? It means that God does not change. It means God cannot change. He never changes. One of the scriptures that got me on this walk of healing that I'm on and got me to really believing in the healing for me, for myself, was that Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I thought to myself, you know, if he was a healer, he is a healer. So he healed so many people who had been that way 12 years, 18 years, 38 years, from birth. I mean, just on and on. He never told anybody no for healing. So it's God's will that you be healed, whatever's going on. And see, there's a lot of kinds of things that needs to be healed that you can't see. Emotional healing, heart wounds, broken heart, hard-heartedness, and just anything in your life that needs healing. God is still a healer. Can we look at this sign right here for a second? And I'm sorry if it's weird doing this, but this is my sign that is some of the names of God. And I love this sign because it talks about so many things that God is. Jehovah Elohim, the everlasting God. Jehovah Ra, the Lord my shepherd. Jehovah Rapha, the Lord my healer. Jehovah Nisi, the Lord is my victory. Jehovah Shalom, the Lord is my peace. Jehovah Jireh, he's my provider. And Jehovah Sikkenu, the Lord is my righteousness. And so that's so awesome when you start thinking of all of the things that God is, starting with God is love, and you know that he never changes. So if he's Jehovah Rapha, the Lord my healer, then you can trust him to always be your healer. And if the doctors give you a bad report, you can still capital trust in the Lord. And that's what helped me get over 6 years of being in a wheelchair. Not even just being in a wheelchair, but drooling over the side of the wheelchair and drooling because I couldn't put my mouth together. I couldn't smile, I couldn't talk. So I was in an impossible situation, but God is awesome. And what's impossible with men is possible with God. So whatever's going on with you, keep on trusting in the Lord. Learn the scriptures that apply to your situation. If you can't learn them, don't want to learn them, then just write them down and speak those over your situation and get to where you do it every single day. I do that. And now that I'm married, I have a husband who does that with me, and that makes your prayers even more powerful. I just want to always encourage you and tell you that I'm not doing this because of something that I learned in a book from Bible college. I learned this the hard way by being in a car crash, having a brain injury, healing, recovering from that, got through college, started on my master's degree, getting ready to go to law school, top real estate agent in my office, still singing on the weekends, and then one day just sitting in my office because I made a declaration to the radio station that I was going to sing for God. I sat there and had a stabbing pain. The devil wasn't cool with me singing for God. He was cool with me singing all the other songs I used to sing. So anyway, I'm just telling you, this didn't come out of a book. This came out of my life. You can trust God every step of the way, no matter what's going on in your life. I'm Diana Littlepage Meyer, and I encourage you to take your bookmark with you, learn the scriptures that are on it, and start speaking them out loud, because that's how you submit to the Lord. Resist the devil, and he has to flee. God bless you.